What is going on, Movie Meals? Kyle and I doing retro reviews. We're watching all these older movies or movies we haven't seen in a long time, movies we've never seen. Up on the channel, I did a review of The Mist. Kyle's got some oldies but goodies hopefully coming up soon. We're just going to try to maybe crank these out. We're watching so many movies at home that we may be able to start cranking out videos. So remember to like, subscribe, and share. Tune into our channel. We're going to do some live videos. We want to keep engaging with you guys. Let's talk about movies. Let's just enjoy being with each other while we're trying to social distance and everybody to be safe. But I watched Akira, which is a film that I haven't seen in a long time. So it was nice getting a good refresh, and we've never reviewed it, so I thought it would be really fun to review. So let's get into it. Positives and negatives of Akira. I'm terrible at proper pronunciation. I did watch the dub. I'm going to throw that out there. So if you hate me already, I'm sorry. But I chose to watch the dub yesterday. And the only reason I watched is because Kyle's actually reading it right now. Which he sent that little Snapchat to me, was like, look what I think I'm going to check out. And I was like, that's dope. I actually would love, that's a great movie. I've been kind of on an apocalyptic movie run because of the way our society's acting right now. So I thought that was a great choice. So I watched it last night, and just love this movie. I just absolutely love it. It is still, to this day, for the 80s, for 88, breathtakingly beautiful animation, and the lighting and the design of everybody is so interesting. And they really do it. I mean, I know they take like the first half of the first volume and the last half of the second, or the last volume, the second half of the last volume, and kind of make that to one. I love that it's the original creator who wrote and directed the film, and we do get a different story than the manga, but it's still, to me, woves very well. I know some people, some critics I really love in the anime world, think it maybe is a little hard to follow. I honestly disagree with that. I actually think it's very easy to follow, and I think it's a very great story that really dives into a lot of deep, meaningful themes of what's going on in Japan at that time in history, how they reacted to it, and the type of art they ended up creating after, and the type of animes we get. And the story is absolutely fantastic. I actually think for the dub, the voice actors do a pretty good job, obviously outside of the one horrible miscast when they give a male voice actor who's actually a female. But I actually think they do a pretty solid job. It's nothing compared to the sub. In this instance, I think the sub is much better. I'm a big believer, I say this over and over, I'm a big believer that if you understand acting, it doesn't really matter what language you're speaking. If you do or don't fully understand it, you're able to tell if they're delivering a great performance, even in the voice. So I'm a big believer, it just depends on the individual person who voices when it comes to the characters. In this instance, I thought most of the leads did pretty well. Obviously, this movie just gives you little touches on what goes on in the graphic novel that they really expand in the manga, and I think they really do a great job of doing that in the movie. It's a great movie to sit down and say, wow, this is incredible anime, incredible sci-fi, beautifully looking. The action's incredible. I mean, every detail in the animation. I've had this argument, or not argument, but discussion, and maybe kind of slash debate with Kyle and many of my friends, where I think animation today gets too bubbly. It's too just rounded off, make it less detailed. It's too bubbly to me is how I think about it. And when you look at a movie like, that's why I loved Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, because it had so much detail. And you look at a movie like Akira that really from in the 80s is saying, no, it's in the detail when we have story. The way they filmed it, the way they drew it, the way they created it is so incredible. All the moments where it involves the mechanics, and it involves, when he gets his prosthetic arm, for a slight spoiler there. I mean, every detail of the twists and turns of everything that goes into this movie is so breathtakingly beautiful that it's just a fantastic movie. And you're into it. You're captivated by it. It doesn't bore you. It really captures your attention. I think it is easy. I think it's a great introduction to people into anime who might, it might be a little tough because it does get a little bit crazy, but I think if you know somebody that can handle that kind of stuff, this is a great introduction to get them into this world. I think it's an all-time incredible movie. I absolutely adore it, and I really have no negatives. The only negative is well, you know, I wish I would have gotten more from this or more from that. Oh, guess what? I've got 6 volumes and what is it, like a bajillion pages to read from to get that expansion. I think it does a great job as a movie. I think it really lends itself well to everything it's doing. I really, really love it. And I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Put those in the comments down below. What do you think of Akira? Have you seen it? I'm assuming most of you've seen it. What do you love about it? Put that down below. Any other movies? I'm thinking of watching some more anime movies while I'm getting this opportunity, being in self-quarantine. Let me know any suggestions you have that we've never reviewed that you'd love mine or Kyle's thoughts. I can always say to Kyle, hey, got homework for you. You got to watch this one too, and we'll do a tandem review. So just let us know in those comments down below. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. As always, guys, be safe out there. And hey, thanks for watching, Mom, and we'll see you next time.